Des, you got an opening statement? Go ahead, baby. What did it feel like out there?
I thought it was very fun, very physical. I like very physical games, so I had fun out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a game of the way Boston College plays. You got to just have a ball player that just goes and gets the ball and makes a play. You know, they don't let you run your sets. They splinter you. They separate your guards from your posts. They side you. And, you know, it took us a while to adjust. And then it was just like, Destiny, get to the nail. Destiny, get to the pinch post. Destiny, you know. And she just kind of did her thing. And but the 7 steals, from a 4 player, like, that was incredible. So Des was everywhere, and then some rebounds. She came flying in one time, and I mean, you had your assistant coaches going ham on the bench too. They were just crazy. So, real special performance, inspirational performance. Des knew what was on the line. You know, this is a separation game. It's one of those games where it can really help you, and it can really hurt you. It wasn't going to be, you know, whatever. It wasn't a toss-up. It was like, if you win, you can put BC behind you, and if you lose, you're behind it. So it was really an important game. The kids knew it, and we didn't panic, which was great. And I really had to just kind of reset my head and just say, okay, you know, what do you see, and who are your players that are going to make plays? Jazz had a great second half, great response, but then Carla's performance was so meaningful for our team, so meaningful. And she's been struggling, she admits it, and but she just had a real positive attitude all week, just worked her tail off and really kept saying, Coach, I'm good. I understand what I was doing wrong, and I got it, and I'm good. And just her 3 that she hit was in the air for like 10 seconds. And you know what that meant to our team. We were all like, 10, 9, 8, and then yay! And she goes, I knew it was in as soon as I shot it. I said, okay. Well, it almost hit the rafters. It was in the air a long time, and it was a big celebration for us. And then I think Haley, it was like we were struggling, and then those kids came back. Haley came back. Jazz came back. Des was consistent. Without Des in the first half, we're down 20. So I think it was just and then Z was great off the bench. Kyla, huge defense. Kyla came in, no defense. She comes to the bench. We talk to her. She adjusts. She comes back in and gets stuff after stuff, and just great defensive plays. So it's the team we need to be. It was nice. It was nice. We were all in it together.
How about Lachey?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I haven't even mentioned her.
You didn't?
No. Changed the game, right? It was a game for Shea. We knew it would be a game for Shea. That point guard, we spent a lot of time on her. This is a special young player in our conference. I mean, her assist numbers, she had 3 times as many assists as our leading assist person. She's a freshman. She had 3 times coming in the game, 150-something. Haley had 54, and Haley's our leader. So that had our team's respect.
And she had 5 steals, too.
Yeah.
I think
But she had 10
5 steals.
turnovers, and that was a lot of work by our team, and it was everybody speeding her up, trying to go. She's a special player, so we knew if we could get to her, it would really hurt their offense.
Coach, after trailing by 12 early, what does a win like this say about your team's ability to fight through adversity?
Well, I really want to say what it said, too, was the crowd was amazing, and the student section, and Cat 5, and whoever that was with the big heads and all that stuff. It just really helped us, you know, and I was screaming, trying to get our fans behind the bench going crazy, too, because I really thought Boston College is really talented, and if we could get them a little bit rattled and our crowd could give us some energy, we wanted the scrum. I mean, all week we were talking about it was going to be a backyard brawl, and it was. It was a very physical game, but it was nice to see that toughness from our team. And Shea really sparked us.
What did you tell them at halftime?
Oh, you know what? It was really cerebral. It wasn't, I didn't do a whole, I don't know, it was like, we have got to make these adjustments, and we were very clear about the adjustments we needed to make. I was asking them, what did they do on this play? And then like, okay, we can screen the top of this. And it was very cerebral. It was very businesslike. I felt coming out like, okay, they're locked in, like they understand. And we made that third quarter, the offensive adjustments were everything we talked about at halftime. They did a great job.
Destiny, there were times during the game where shots were falling sometimes, and there was a little bit of a drought, but you stopped the bleeding by getting to the charity stripe and doing what you have to do at the free throw line. Talk to me about your mindset about continuously attacking the basket, as Coach said, getting the ball, making the play, even though you weren't able to set up your sets due to BC's defense.
Yeah, that's the perks of being a versatile player. I know my 3 points haven't been so good, so I got pull-ups, you know, layups. I'm an aggressive player, so just go into other things, you know. We always say, you know, go deep in your bag, so just pull out other things rather than trying to shoot the 3 or, you know, just still getting my teammates involved in everything I do, too.
I mean, you turn that free throw line rhythm into runs. How is that like on the court? You know, you're making a couple shots, and next thing you know, something sparking and the team was running. How did that feel on the court?
Well, we knew we was going to be doing that because Coach said that they a physical team, so we knew we was going to take probably the most free throws in this game this year because how physical they are. So we was prepared for that.
And Coach, did you anticipate that transition was going to be the main way you were going to be?
You know what I didn't realize is how BC, their backside runs were really hurting us, right? So our pressure, I mean, it was towards the end when we had that lead, I was like, call off the press. I couldn't call off my dogs, though. They were like, no! And I was like, go to half court because they were getting some backside runs at us. But, you know, that's a give or take there because the 22 steals is phenomenal. But we knew we were, you know, we said all week you're going to get to the free throw line. They, you know, 23, 22 free throws they've been averaging. So we got to the line 25 times, but Des had most of them. So it was one of those things where if you stayed downhill and you were strong, our strong players played very, very well. Our physically strong players really came through in this game.
Destiny, not just going along with the free throws, you had a career high in free throws today. How were you able to not only get to the line, but focus at the line to make sure to convert those fouls into points?
Practice shots, we got a free throw ladder every week, and so we be in the gym all the time just shooting free throws. And Coach always talk about pressing and stress. So if you're on the line with stress, then I mean you haven't been doing your free throws. So I always kind of just practice my free throws as if I'm in the game. So that's why I knocked them down today.
On the note of career highs, 7 steals, also a career high. So what does it mean for you to use your defense to be able to help your team out, especially when shots aren't sinking early on?
Yeah, we're a defensive team. It's just fun playing defense. We feed off our defense, and being a leader on the team, I know if I'm bringing my defense every night, then they'll just follow me.
Coach, how important was Haley Cavender's 10-point outing in the third quarter?
Yeah, right. She was scoreless, huh?
Yeah.
She was scoreless in the first
Yeah.
half.
I'm just looking at our second half percentages, like 56%, 50 from the three and 70 from the line, and it was not that first half. So, no, Haley's such a competitor. I can't tell you how fun it is, right? I mean, how fun are those two? They just compete at everything. I mean, they compete at half court shots, they compete in shooting drills. They're just very competitive, and so she got outrun on one play, and I lit her up and screamed at her, and then she was just like, and then she just raised her level of the game. I mean, I'm not saying that's why, but it's like she's having a bad game. Some kids, if you scream at them when they're having a bad game, they get worse, and she's just like, I never doubt that she's going to bounce back. We talked about toughness in the locker room before the game and said, like, rubber's tougher than glass. You know, like, don't be all hard. Like, you got to absorb. You're going to have to absorb something, and then you're going to bounce back with the energy, you know, and that's exactly what happened. We had to absorb that first quarter, and then we just came bouncing back with, you know, we didn't crack. We didn't break.
One more?
And then defensively, what adjustments did you make after that first quarter?
I don't think we made like a ton of adjustments. I mean, they got us on a couple of things that JoJo Lacey was having a heck of a game. Good for her. I mean, she's tough. She was tough. She hit a couple open threes to start, but it was, you know, you got to score to press, and we didn't score, so we didn't have that many opportunities to get that full. We were the 3 or 4 times in the first quarter we were able to score and press. We stole the ball, so I felt good. Like just like we got to score. Like the adjustment was like in the third quarter we got to make buckets and get to the free throw line, stop the game so we can press them, and that's what happened.